we can take up to 4 from this event to our training camp. So 4 is a great opportunity. We've got over 100 guys that we're going to lay eyes on today. So as you guys know, it's going to be very competitive, as you guys can see. But by the law, we're able to take 4 to camp with us. Again, it's not saying they're going to make the team, but this is an opportunity for those guys that wasn't necessarily here in previous years. So we're here for the people. We're here to provide that opportunity for the environment. It's beautiful. It's a state-of-the-art facility. They've done a great job of organizing it and structuring it. And as you can tell, that it's very meticulous with some of the way it's laid out. From one court to the next. You can tell that it was a very detailed plan, which is why it's taken a little bit of time. But our ownership, they want to make sure things are perfect before people can put eyes on it. We've got a great team that are trying to put us in different areas of the facility. If that makes any sense, because obviously once the Go-Go's start, the Wizards are going to be in season, so the Wizards are going to have their locker room, and the Go-Go's are going to have a separate area for our locker room as well. So there's a few nuances that go into this building that's going to be functional for all of us. I want it to be a great environment. I think the arena itself, 4,000-seat arena, is going to provide a great G League environment. I think we'll be able to hopefully sell out a ton of games, and bring a lot of excitement, a lot of energy to the community, to the neighborhood. And with that being said, I think the acoustics in that gym, as you can hear, they're going to be great. So we're going to get our fans involved, and they're going to feel like they're right on the court, like they're a part of the action itself. I never want the focus to be, personally, I never want the focus to be on me. It's always about the players. And I think that's kind of a trickle-down effect. I think the focus needs to be on them and their development, no matter where you are. There are guys in the NBA that need to develop. There are guys in the G League that need to develop. So if you can just focus on the development aspect, you're going to get the best version of yourself possible. And one of the things that we've talked about the most was just being inclusive with each other. The things that we're trying to do, we're trying to mimic that of the Wizards. So with that being said, our coaching staff has been over there a ton, myself included, and just building relationships with the Wizards staff. And I think that's really important. And the more that our staffs can be aligned with what's important and what we value, I think it's just going to directly benefit our players. There's some things in life called reality, and I think one of the things that we've done today, we've done a really good job of making it competitive. And I know in some other tryouts, there's been the guy that showed up that was born in the 50s, and he had his Chuck Taylors on, and he was just trying to take one more go at it,
right.
And I think those players kind of weed themselves naturally. And I think by the end of it, if you're a realistic person, you kind of know what's going on from here. But from this event, our front office will communicate to the players and their agents, and we'll try to be in touch with those guys sooner than later. But the likelihood of a lot of those guys making it, isn't very high. So like I said, we're hoping to pull at least four guys, a maximum of 4 guys to our camp. So, the numbers are not in a lot of people's favor. So I think the league in itself has done a terrific job of putting the necessary resources to the league, to the G League, to make it the second best league. And I think the NBA has done a phenomenal job. Obviously adding some teams, and obviously Capital City being one of those teams. But just that I don't want to say farm team type of system, but that's one of the things that really helps growth in players. And if you can tell a player that he gets to stay in the States and has a chance to make it to the NBA, and there's a direct pathline or pipeline to go to the NBA, maybe that's a little bit more intriguing for them to do so, opposed to going overseas and being away from your family, especially if you're 18 or 19 years old. So. Again, I think the league has done a terrific job in doing that, and I think it's just going to continue to trend that way. The biggest thing is development, and like I said earlier, the more that our staffs can be aligned, we can help those players in their growth and their development. If they come down to the Go-Go and the development shifts or the environment shifts, it's not going to be good for either the organization, the Wizards, the Go-Go, or the player. So I think on top of that, it's kind of a 2-part deal, is creating a culture. If our cultures are vastly different, it's going to be tough. I think one of the biggest things that helps and promotes development is consistency. And the more we can be consistent with our approach, with our message, with our development plans, I think that it benefits all factors.